Honor hold is under attack. Honor hold is under attack. Honor hold is under attack. Son of a bitch, can I
Apparently
just,
Swift requires artisan writing, which I apparently don't have.
Oh, hey. I just got rid of local defense. Now can I close the window? Hey, shit.
What have you done?
I'm trying to change it so I don't see... There we go. Fuck local defense. Fuck looking for group. Goodbye. Thank you.
Well, we have Drillmaster Xerox Lane.
Come down to me. I'm at the place. I'm flying above the person.
Okay.
We'll do Xerox on the way.
Just following Chelle now.
It works.
I don't need to fly anymore.
God, the
I do get weirdly
skyboxes in
nostalgic
this
about this
game
whole
are
place.
gorgeous. I've been playing a lot of games recently where I've just been looking up into the sky and been like, man, World of Warcraft did skyboxes right like 10 years ago. Why can't you?
There was a new Twitter post recently done by them, and it was just a guy looking at the stars. So maybe they've updated the skies in certain areas.
Definitely more pixelated than I remember.
Is it?
Seems to be.
Maybe?
The image just looks lower resolution than I remember for some reason. It's hard to tell.
It still looks nicer than like 90% of skyboxes. Like,
yeah.
Imagine if Dark Souls had skyboxes that looked like half as good as this.
Bloodborne does.
I like Bloodborne, but that game makes me angry.
Have you seen the sky in Old Hunters? Because holy shit.
No, I haven't.
Are you
that
carrying
moon
a staff
is just chilling, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
I really want to go back to Bloodborne. Like, I keep having the itch to just, like, load it up and restart my series. But I know I'd never make it just because...
Because you don't like losing at games?
It's not that I don't like losing, it's that I don't have time to redo things so much. Like, it works in co-op because it's a little bit more, like, casual and, like...
How far did your series actually make it, though?
I got kidnapped by a bagman, and he brought me to an area where all of the enemies one-shot me, which pissed me off, and I kind of quit.
Do you want to know how to get out of there?
So I figured it out eventually, but I was just so angry by the end of it that I just didn't care anymore.
I was totally into it just because of how much of a surprise that whole sequence was.
It was really cool, but as far as I could tell, there was no way to leave, and I just thought that was stupid.
For me, it's often the coolest thing in those games when whenever a Dark Souls game for some reason has you die, and then you wake up in a place other than where you're supposed to.
Oh, no! I totally agree. I thought that was awesome. It's just the area sucked for my level. / like... whatever. So it just wasn't...
Slash whatever.
I don't know, like...
Slash, fuck it.
Well, level really doesn't matter in Souls games, for the most part.
Not really, no.
But at the same time, getting one-shot by things over and over and over again felt really tacky.
The Snatchers are very specifically brutal. Like, you start getting used to how to avoid their attacks, but they definitely do have very high attack, specifically for... I'm just flying towards bosses, getting kind of in the area, and then it says they're dead now, and then we fly away.
Originally, this guy actually required, like, a full party to kill, and they nerfed him so hard. I almost feel bad for him.
I feel bad.
Like, I kind of miss the challenge.
I have a well-voiced opinion on the removal of any challenging elements of this game.
I guess.
For the entire leveling scale.
Okay, so conversely, like we were talking about Guild Wars 2 earlier, I love Guild Wars 2, but a lot of the events were scaled very specifically for having like 20-30 people there. And when you don't have 20-30 people there, you can't complete them, period, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah, and I heard that in the new expansion, it's like that, but
on
for
the other
whole
hand,
zone.
you just sneezed on that guy and he died.
It's true. Like, I wish he was at least, like, a tough fight for a solo player, as opposed to him being... I mean, I just face-rolled him, like everything.
Like, I remember Hogger was once, like, the first big, iconic, tough fight for a brand new player. Yeah. I bet that you don't even, like, get hurt by him now.
Oh, yeah. You can just shit all over.
Were you ever part of a
Just lays
Hogger
down.
level 1 run?
Oh yeah.
That was always a fun thing to do, is that your entire guild just makes brand new characters. I just hit my autosave button reflexively, god damn it. Your whole party makes level 1, like, gnomes or whatever, and just all to go charge Hogger and try to beat the crap out of him without leveling up your characters.
When Uldor was releasing on Wrath of the Lich King, the servers were all sorts of, like, fucked. And, like, our server was down for hours. So what did we do? We made 40 gnomish warriors, ran all the way down to Hogger, and beat the shit out of him. Repeatedly. We died a lot, actually. He was really hard.
I mean, he deserves it. Hogger's a dick.
It was great.
That
and then they nerfed him some more, and I was just like, oh, well.
Is this Magtheridon's head?
Yeah.
And
I think so.
I'm trying to remember what he looks like.
Yeah,
Does that mean someone beat him?
Yeah.
No.
That's the one that starts with an M, I think.
No, Honorhold was built in the location where Grom and Thrall killed Magtheridon.
Magtheridon, right. I knew that it was the one that started with an M.
But isn't Magtheridon supposed to be alive?
Okay, whatever demon it was that they drank the blood for and turned green, that's this guy. I don't remember his name.
But didn't the... Yeah, this is this guy.
And he looked exactly like this guy. So,
yes.
If it's not Magtheridon, then it's the other one. I don't remember well.
I guess it's dangerous territory talking about Warcraft lore.
Yeah.
I think it's him.
Even the people who love it, like Ross and Jesse Cox, basically say it doesn't make sense at this point anyway.
So yeah, especially with time travel, goddamn. How about we go back to the other inn, and then why don't we queue up for a dungeon?
Yeah, there's Marauding Crustbursters.
What? Why not just queue up right now?
Okay. Chelle?
I'm gonna do Hellfire.
I'm just gonna throw us in random because it gives us some extra money, experience in an item. But it'll either be Hellfire Ramparts or Blood Furnace, both of which are pretty easy.
Chelle, I have to heal?
Yeah.
Let me change specs.
I mean, you can change specs as soon as we're in. I'll be tanking, so it doesn't matter.
I really should remind myself what some of my freaking cooldown abilities can do.
Hey,
I haven't actually checked most
fast.
of them since we came back.
Uh...
Yeah, Magtheridon is the second raid of Burning Crusade, where it looks just like this actually, and you just go through a series of hallways and fight one boss, and that's the whole place.
I'm changing mine right now.
I don't have specs. My spec is stab.
My spec is bear. Okay, so this is Blood Furnace. It should be really easy though.
Surprise! All the quests are to kill the 3 bosses.
Yep. I really like the fact that they crammed the quest givers in the beginning of every dungeon now.
Oh yeah, they had to the moment they added matchmaking. Because then you didn't have to actually walk into the dungeons all the time.
Feels good. Chelle, tell me when you're ready and I'll charge.
Okay, I'm ready, but remember, I haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
Do we have a warrior tank, or are you the tank?
I'm the tank. I don't remember
They must be DPS.
I do not remember which one of these is my AoE mangle.
Oh, I should try Blade Flurry.
4
There we go.
Got it. That's easy enough.
The one right, it's toggled on. Oh yeah. Brad have the crazy ability to attack multiple adjacent enemies and just do crazy damage.
Oops, Carl, are you gonna be alright?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Eh.
Just keep healing. It's probably gonna be. It's probably just gonna be harder than you're used to, just because it's been a while.
When in doubt, heal all.
Yep. When in doubt, don't stop healing.
It was kind of refreshing playing the healer for a little while.
Oh yeah. I really enjoy healing. Like, healing and tanking are my favorite roles in this game. Just because they're so much more interesting.
Everything without me knowing.
I think that's why I was enjoying our Old Republic playthroughs, because that was my first and only time ever playing a MMO healer.
I would have liked it better if the
for the most part.
game wasn't such a slow... Like... It was... it was such like an uneven experience that I had trouble enjoying it.
Because you would
If
run
that
around
makes
and
sense.
fight stuff nonstop for a while, and then you do the turn in your quest part of every MMO where you
For, like,
have all
an
these Bogarted
hour.
quests at once. But yeah, you'd sit there and listen to people talk. And
It's
if
like
you're trying to do a complete multiplayer Let's Play, then you're suddenly listening to other people's class storylines play out.
yeah,
And
then if
unfortunately,
you've
those
got
dialogue scenes are just like shot reverse shot George Lucas
Yeah.
prequel style dialogue scenes of like, oh no, it just keeps going.
By the way, you will be happy to know that during our vacation, Chelle and I watched all of Plinkett.
Whoa, guys.
That's the
Carl,
correct thing to
why
do.
Did you just run in here?
It's okay. Keith, on the other hand, is the dangerous one. If he dies,
Oh yeah,
let him go.
I got a little aggressive there and forgot that we're in an instance and I'm not supposed to pull aggro.
Yeah, you should probably stop doing that.
Yeah, I should stop doing that.
I know you like your like crazy teledagger nonsense, but
We'll be
shit's,
fine.
Probably.
I knew that you watched Plink at the moment I said shot reverse shot, and you were like, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I know why you know that word.
I mean, you showed me the first two, even though I was
Yeah.
starting to lose it by the end.
Over a year ago, though.
It's true. Well, I have a fairly good memory for things that I've watched.
Yeah, and I thought it was hilarious, especially because
Uh-oh.
remember that when we
I
were
made a
talking
mistake.
about
Yeah, you have.
It's okay, I got this, guys.
You want to go for the you want to go for the imps? They're kind of a pain in the ass and they don't have much health.
Oh yeah, right. Guys, look at me. I'm a stabby boo.
Luckily, they're not champion enemies. They're just damage.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I almost
Died. Yeah, that's why Keith and the imps and stuff. Wait, what?
I remember the time that I started quoting Plinkett in your stream, and people thought that people were like, "That's not funny. That's horrible. What's wrong with you?" Because they were taking everything I was saying seriously.
Yeah.
I was like, Star Wars. I was like, Star Wars Episode 1 is the most disappointing thing since my son. But when my son eventually hanged himself, the fact is that the Star Wars movies will be around forever. They'll never go away.
Your Plinkett
chat
impression
was
is
so
impressive.
unhappy. Your chat was not happy with me.
I mean,
My callous displays.
I would say
I
the
still
Red
like
Letter
the fact
Media
that-
is a bit of a niche channel. Like,
I
we
just- I
tried
found
watching
it-
Half in the Bag. It was.
Well, it's not a comedy show, it's a review show that's also sometimes funny, in the case of Half in the Bag.
Yeah, we tried. It
And
just.
at this point, all those movies are irrelevant for you.
Yep.
There's one Half in the Bag you should watch, though. You should watch Half in the Bag for Jack and Jill. They did an entire hour-long breakdown of the Jack and Jill
Oh, that
Adam
sounds
Sandler
like,
movie.
That sounds.
And that is way... It's definitely more in
wonderful.
the sort of researched, like, more detailed, ulterior motive type of thing that the Plinkett reviews were, basically, as opposed to just sitting down and reviewing a movie.
That was gonna be a bad.
Like, it is a 1 hour deconstruction of Adam Sandler's career and all of the fraudulent looking things that are involved in it. That was magical.
Whoa, I am silenced.
It's okay. Keep an eye on my health. I think we're fine. Really wish I actually. Oh, you know what? I just realized I have not used Mark of the Wild yet.
That's fine.
Well, now I have.
We don't need to play our characters optimally.
Yeah, you know, I
Blizzard
actually
streamlined that out of the game.
I actually forgot it was a thing. Wait, versatility increased by 3%. What the hell does that mean? Like
I got your glossary.
they have added a new stat that I am not aware of.
Wait, yeah, is versatility?
Oh.
Increases damage and healing done by that percent and decreases damage take. What?
Wow.
It's just a flat increase decrease to damage done and taken.
That's cool.
Versatility is just a you are better at character stat. It's just a flat your character is better no matter what character type it is.
I have a new move.
That was
it's
not
called
here.
Skull
What-
Bash.
that is-
It is feral charge, but apparently I hit them with my
Versatility is
face.
a new stat.
It is definitely new stat.
I just looked at my character and it said versatility, avoidance, and leech. And multi-strike? What?
Well,
Okay.
time to grab
Does
your
that-
dictionary. Coof.
It says a lot that I think when I originally played WoW, I'm pretty sure that the stat screen didn't
I'm
scroll.
silenced
I'm pretty sure it stayed static, and now the stat screen scrolls because there's so many stats in the game.
My HP is looking pretty okay here. Okay, it's
Oh
getting
no,
a
I'm
little bit
charmed.
less
So what will I
okay.
do?
Sorry.
You know, you really should stop letting those sexy succubi attract you.
You should really stop letting those sexy succubi
getting
suck
hit.
your bi. Boom.
I don't have a response for that.
Just accept it.
So I'm just gonna move on. What's my...
Accept
oh,
it and don't dwell on it, and I can pretend it made perfect sense.
I just realized Savage Defense is like a really short cooldown. I should use it way more often.
Boom.
Bonk.
Oh, cool. He's immune to my. He was immune to Garrote. That was a mistake. Oh! I am Skyman.
Yep. The Adventures of Skyman. And...
Da-da-da-da.
Yep. Still also
Dead
just
now.
Skyman.
Ah,
Alright, Chelle,
casting.
that is for you. Absolutely.
That's
for
the
you.
most shaman mace I've seen for a while.
I know. I'm almost offended.
It looks like shaman armor in the form of a mace.
Pretty much.
That's
The
gonna be
weird, spiky
pretty.
face of some
I just
kind.
made a lot of friends. Hopefully this
Oh,
is
cool.
okay.
I like friends. Hey, friends. Ow.
Guys,
We'll be
I thought I
fine.
told you
I have
not
Blade
to run
Flurry.
off.
I
It's
assume
fine. I
you're
have Blade Flurry. Except I almost
generally
died.
paying attention, probably.
It's okay. I occasionally look at my health bar and realize I'm dying.
It always weirds me out with druid fist like druids being able to use fist weapons, but not being able to dual wield. I never really know like what they were thinking with that one.
Game has to have like an auto compare in the interface for items, right?
Hold shift.
You always have to hold shift to do that?
I think so.
Oh, I
Weird.
was out.
Maybe not.
I thought you used to be able to just not have to hold anything,
I
but I may be mixing it up with every other game ever.
I'm having trouble telling actually. I don't know.
Oh well, still better than Borderlands.
Yes. God damn. Like
Borderlands the infamous.
I like the idea of Borderlands, but the execution just makes me angry in a lot of cases.
I like the idea of Borderlands, and then Tales of the Borderlands came out and fulfilled that idea, and now I'm done with Borderlands forever.
I'll probably try and like Shanghai Bird and company into playing it again.
Like, Tales from Borderlands basically encompassed all the things I liked about Borderlands while removing all the things I didn't like about Borderlands, which was playing Borderlands. No, I'm charmed. Stop.
I did really enjoy the like odd moments in that game where I'd have like a weirdly overpowered gun for my level, and suddenly it became an actually okay shooter, as opposed to a everybody's a sponge. Let's wait for them to die game.
That's what was kind of nice about Destiny.
Yeah.
Because Destiny takes the entire genre that Borderlands tries to be, but mixes it with really good Halo gameplay.
Yes.
So the gunplay is good, and so the game's fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the entire story is emotionless and pointless.
Yes. I'm really still disappointed they didn't put that on PC. Because, goddamn, I'd still be playing it more often if it wasn't on PS4.
I could have sworn they originally said it would be.
They said it would come maybe. And then it came never. Honestly, they'll probably do it in preparation for Destiny 2 coming out. You know, a couple months to go, they'll release a PC version to bring in another audience. I don't know if they'll try and sucker them into buying the console version for the sequel, but...
It honestly sounds like development has been such a struggle for that game that it might never happen. They seem to be genuinely struggling to keep up with Activision's expectations for an annual release in the first place, let alone making another version for it.
Gonna be honest, Activision is retarded.
Oh yeah, Activision's just brutal to everyone that they're under. I was really worried when Bungie got involved, and I will continue to be worried.
You know what's hilarious? From what I've heard, like, EA has actually been, like, fairly good recently.
Well, I mean, EA has never forced annualized sequels on any of their games.
Whoa.
It felt like it with certain games. Well, somebody died.
What
Yeah, but I mean-
happened?
But like on Activision's side, whoa, I am hurt.
How do I revive
My bad.
them?
I'll resurrect
Like
him.
on Activision's side, you have Spider-Man and Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk and
Oh,
Destiny
God,
and
Tony
Call of
Hawk.
Duty
I forgot that was
and
an Activision.
Transformers. Those are all annualized sequels until they're dead.
Yep.
All of those games. And 2 of them have died and come back.
I really like Transformers Devastation. It was like a 5-hour game for $50.
Yeah, but unfortunately not all of Activision's terrible licensed Transformers games are by Platinum games.
Yeah, I know.
They're
like,
usually
the
by
gameplay
some
was
random asshole
sweet.
that doesn't care.
High Moon, which also made Deadpool, which was so bad.
So we managed to thread the on sad games. We managed to thread the needle with Transformers games. For a while, there were these like War for Cybertron games that were like supposed to be pretty okay.
Yeah.
And then there was another game that came out, and then there was the Platinum games that came out. We played the other game.
Oh, there's
So on
some
our
guys
channel-
coming our way.
The
on our
Rise of the
channel,
Dark Spark or whatever.
Yeah, we played the worst
Fuck that one.
Transformers game.
So the only good thing about that one was actually the wave defense, from what I heard. Everything else about it was utter trash, but the wave defense was supposedly decent.
It was just a quickie, so as usual, we only played like a 40 to 60 minutes of it. But man, that whole intro was just like, this looks like people throw around looks like a PS2 game as an insult, very flagrantly. But man, did it look like a PS2 game?
I actually really want to play the
like just a bunch of muddy, gross textures everywhere and stuff.
I actually really want to play the Transformers game. I just remember Chelle and I did it, and we ran out of ammo. Completely. I was flabbergasted. I like FPSs, but goddamn, do I hate having to like worry about running out of ammo unless it's like a really
Unless
hardcore.
that's the point of the game.
Yeah, like if it's
Like
what's the game?
Like if you're playing Metro, you should be struggling with your ammo.
exactly. That's the one I was
That's
gonna.
the point of Metro.
That's the one I was gonna mention because like
Whoa.
Metro 2033
Hi.
really feels like, you know, that game needs to be played.
It's more or
with,
less
like-
the whole point.
Yeah, you know, you're supposed to be worrying about all this stuff, but like, oh shoot, what was that? Rage. If I remember right, Rage had like weirdly hard ammo, like not caps, but just like scarcity. For no other reason than because it's post-apocalyptic who makes bullets. But like all the enemies have no problem shooting at you. Actually, that'd almost be cool if the enemies were just as worried about like their ammo count as you are.
Leveled up. Yay.
But I can't imagine how that'd work from like a gameplay perspective.
First time I've seen that nostalgic pop-up in a year. That's the one thing they can never change in this game is the level up sound.
I am so glad they will they never will. They might have like tacitly released like a higher quality
surprise
version.
rogue.
You should be used to this by now.
Now that's the first one that's come after me, actually.
I just meant
The
as
first time
the
I've been
rogue,
attacked
you
by a
should be
stealth
used.
rogue.
You should be used to stealth rogues as
No,
the
I mean,
rogue.
I'm so used to doing it that I'm not used to it happening to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. So you can dish it out, but boy, if you have to take it, that's...
Sharks aren't used to shark attacks.
So, Keith, you up for playing Depth with us in a couple days?
No. Are you
You're
joking about the fact that you just watched my video and that's what we were talking about in that video was Depth a year ago? Or do you not realize that? Are you joking?
I did not realize the irony. I'm just always
Like, I
going
literally
to
am uploading last year's World of Warcraft episodes where you're teasing me about the shark game.
I'm just
It's
always
just-
going to make fun of you for your weird phobia of sharks.
We just loop infinitely. There's nothing weird about a phobia of sharks. They're teeth missiles that are in the water where you can't escape.
We went into an aquarium this past weekend.
You're afraid
It
of
was full
spiders.
sharks.
Sharks are way more reasonable.
You know what? I have had way more... Actually, no. I have had an equal amount of sharks and spiders in my mouth. However, one was much more unsettling as far as experiences go.
What? When did you eat shark?
I had shark fin dumplings when I was in London.
I see.
Yeah, I was just wandering around by myself, and I'm like, hey, I wonder what, like, English Chinese food tastes like. And they had shark fin dumplings for actually pretty cheap. And so I had shark fin dumplings, and, I mean, I felt a little bit bad about it, just because.
probably should be illegal.
I just realized I'm getting Tim Curry vibes from the voice actor that plays the Worgen. I don't have enough energy.
I actually
I can't attack.
I just muted that shit. I was sick of hearing it. Let's see. Were there any good?
He's got that slight whininess to his voice that's like slightly flamboyantly gruff. And it's like
Yeah,
this
Tim
is
Curry's
Tim
dead
Curry.
yet, but David Bowie and Alan Rickman are dead.
So is this an entire dungeon that they made out of the Magtheridon instance, I guess?
Yes.
Because I don't think this even existed for me before. I don't remember if this even used to be an instance.
Are you supposed to be insta-giving these guys?
Swipe?
Yeah, for like 30,000 damage. That was weird. Alright. Works for me.
I think they just all summoned this guy.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah. I get the feeling this didn't used to be an instance. I think it used to just be the Magtheridon raid.
This has been an instance.
Has it?
Blood Furnace has been an instance since the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keith,
I can't remember there being a weird.
Absolutely for you.
Oh yeah. I guess I just don't remember doing instances very well in Burning Crusade because I did them like once all the way through leveling up the game basically,
right,
and then.
So where do we hand in the quest?
Then raided forever.
Oh yeah, there it is. It's over here. Follow the kitty cat. There's like a chute you go down. It's actually kind of cool. They added like a fast exit that speeds you up to go back to the beginning.
Huh.
Which like.
Not a great chess piece right now, but has 3 slots, so it'll become great.
Yes. There's a lot of things like World of Warcraft could have done better, but I really feel like they do good design whenever they can. Like, that little exit chute is great.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
Makes sense, though. Like, if you have to go back to the beginning, you might as well have something like that. All of these are useless. What's worth the most amount of money? Weirdly enough, cloth pants. Cool. Oh, that was fast.
Boom. Yeah, it's a very tiny instance.
Yep.
A lot going on there.
I think Hellfire Ramparts is just as short. It's been a while.
It's definitely longer than this one is.
Really?
Hellfire Ramparts was at least instance size. This was more of like there's a room here type instance.
That's true.
Hellfire Citadel, I remember having to like pull people one by one and carefully work your way through. Although I guess that was all instances back then because you actually would wipe if you pulled multiple groups.
They definitely have made strides to make things harder on players. Like, you can't just face roll as much. I don't know if you noticed, but there were moments where like you were actually in danger earlier.
Oh yeah, I was definitely killing myself. That was an accident.
Yeah, they've redone aggro to a small degree, but mainly they've redone healing, which is kind of neat. Oh yeah,
we can leave now, correct?
Yeah, leave the instance group. We don't need to be in that shit.
Beep.
But I actually think that's kind of a nice setup. Pardon?
I forgot about how instance groups worked. Yeah, I was definitely making mistakes on threat there. I was kind of just burning through it though, because I knew we weren't in much danger.
Yeah.
There was definitely a few moments where I looked at my health bar, I'm like, I'm at like 5%. Did not notice that happen. I haven't.
Ooh, that is a pretty mace. It is.
I should probably get an interface mod to put my health in a better part of the screen.
Yeah. That's why I like X-Pearl. I can move it around wherever I want. Mostly useless, but still kind of nice.
Yeah, right now my health is about the size of my pinky finger on the monitor, and it's in the top corner, far away from anything I'm looking at. Nice, relaxing flight. There's going to be an abrupt jump in quality on these videos when it jumps forward a year, because suddenly I have like proper like voice meter and OBS recordings where I have separated game audio and I can like have them all balanced separately, where previously I was recording in like fraps and I would just turn the game audio down and you guys were on the same layer as the game audio and I was compressing that and balancing based on all that.
I remember all those days. I keep going back to my old footage and I'm like, man, I was actually using like DX Story for this stuff. And then I stopped caring.
There were different days once upon a time.
Yeah.
And then you learned about resampling. Yay! Yeah, smart resampling is basically Satan's bladder for Sony Vegas.
Yeah.
Ruins videos. I taught 5 different people about the resampling thing this week on the subreddit. Just no one knows about it, and everyone complains about the problem without knowing what's causing it. We were planning on going to Zangarmarsh next.
I think so, yeah.
Where's Chelle? Chelle, you're far away. Stop being far away. And
Wait,
chat
are you... Where are you going? Or
We're heading towards Zangarmarsh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Going to Zangarmarsh. Okay.
Yeah, take the Flight Master here, because it's faster.
What's faster? Just taking the Griffin?
The taxi, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I almost made that mistake of manually flying over, and I'm like, this seems slow. Oh no. This is not my 300% speed Nether Drake that I used to have.
This is funny, Keith. If you try and take the taxi over, it'll bring you through Telrador, but since you haven't gotten that taxi position yet,
well, I only have Hellfire Peninsula, the Dark Portal, and Temple of Telhamat.
Yeah, go to the Temple of
Shadrach.
Telhamat.
Yeah, we're at
Okay.
Telhamat. Oh,
And
weird.
then-
I can click on Shotswrath, but it won't
Yeah.
stop me at Telrador.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. It's just like, we will
Wow.
fly there. Wait, hold on. I gotta test
Wow.
this. Hold on.
Shotswrath, there's some fucking nostalgia right there.
Yeah, that place was a mess.
Should I
Wow.
abandon?
It had all those
some of
teleporters
this,
in the middle that
or-
took you to all the cities.
I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I've selected drop me off at the next available Flight Master. I want to see if this works. Otherwise, I just wasted a lot of time.
I feel like I have to know. This is how I'm gonna pay for this.
Are you trying to cheese the system with me, or
Yeah.
you're just...
It'd be pretty funny if it worked.
Yeah.
You have been disconnected from Battle.net. You are now connected to Battle.net. Okay.
There's just like, fuck no! You are not
Thanks,
cheesing
chat.
the system here.
I think chat wants to know if the fish things, the shark fin stuff was good.
Oh, tasted like chicken, but it was white meat. Like fish meat, which is weird.
I was gonna say, I thought chicken was
remember
white
we
meat.
had alligator nuggets at that one place?
Yeah, alligator nuggets are a little bit more stringy, but same flavor. Weird,
like
huh?
Chicken. When in doubt, tastes like chicken.
Yep.
You guys have been places.
Yep.
Well,
I'd like to-
this is actually down at Cupa Lake, so not too
Here-
fancy.
Here's the problem with this plan, Wander. We end up flying right past the people that could give us, that we could turn the quest into.
I'm just crossing my fingers that we get off at this one. Nope.
No, we're actually getting off the
no.
Draenei Temple. This is the Draenei Temple.
To Shatterath!
Oh no.
Well, at least I know I have company.
Well, fuck.
And for once I'm ahead. Yay!
Maybe I can jump out of this thing?
No.
Also, this mace is amazing.
Oh, I have a molten corgi, I forgot.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, and I haven't been using poison this whole time. I'm good at rogue.
I thought that was... Isn't that permanent?
You have to turn one on, though.
Oh.
It's no
Okay.
long. They made it so it's not like a regent anymore and stuff like that, but you have to
I
toggle it.
remember those days where you had to carry
Oh,
around
yeah.
all that shit for no good reason.
I had an entire bag full of poison supplies and vanishing powder. You need a
Yep.
regent to use fucking vanish. Kind of a big deal. And I think even in the patch notes when they took it out, they eventually realized like, oh yeah, no, not vanishing powder. The biggest one was blinding powder because you needed like blind weed, which is actually kind of a pain in the ass to harvest everywhere. And then eventually they did patch notes that are basically like, oh yeah, we realized that rogues could basically just like blind people by you know picking up sand. Basically what the patch notes said when they took the regent away from blinding people. Like, oh yeah, now you just grab a handful of dirt and throw in their face instead of getting carefully crafted supplies to blind somebody for 3 seconds. Wow, Shotswrath. I remember trying to get the achievement for falling off of a ledge at a certain height and not dying here. And something that involved trying to get an orphan boy to be your pet, which is weird.
I've got several of those.
Yeah, it's a little nightmarish and creepy. Well, this happened. We're gonna fly north now.
Yep.
What's this?
Hey Keith, did you ever have like 40, 50 people line up to follow each other randomly in like this just massive weird follow train?
Yeah, just people chains, yeah.
I remember good memories of doing that on like the tops of mushrooms on Zangarmarsh, and we would take bets on who would be the last one to fall off. I actually made a fair amount of money from that.
Oh, yeah.
And then we found out my guildmaster was cheating, and we got really mad.
Trout's mostly bringing me back nightmarish visions of daily quests and being a class leader in a guild.
I was a class leader for Death Knights. I was also the only Death Knight for a while. It was great.
I was the rogue class leader for a raiding guild in Burning Crusade.
So I still had to go to all the meetings, and they would like discuss why people from like their class sucked and like needed to improve and stuff.
Oh, that reminds me. In Legion, they're going to have like special quests that are just for your class and guild halls, but for your class.
God, Zangarmarsh is still beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's also artifact weapons. Wait, you guys are already in Zangarmarsh?
Yeah.
Well, we flew past it all the way to Shatrath, and then we're flying, but now we're coming back to it again.
Oh, okay.
We've been through and past, and then we're coming back into it.
Okay.
We didn't need to go to Shatrath, that was a mistake. But we thought that we could trick the thing into dropping us off on the next flight path, and it didn't work.
Alright, so I was there and I handed in something to a Draenei lady, and I'm like, okay, where are the guys? You guys continued onwards.
Things happen.
I remember where the flight
I see
master
you.
is.
Not here, actually.
Oh, is there
This
no
town
flight master for this town?
No, the town over there has a flight master. This is just a little village along the way.
Alright. Let's grab everything. This is...
yeah.
I loved this area. Zangarmarsh was
Place is
probably my
great.
favorite from
And
all
the
of
rain
the
used to
Burning
fuck up my
Crusade.
computer.
Yeah, I remember that.
This rain killed performance. Now
The
nothing in
music?
this game ever can do can kill performance, because it basically is like running Minecraft.
The music is really good now. I like it.
Like the pipes.
Yeah. World of Warcraft did music very well. They did a lot of things right.
They did presentation really well in all their games. That's half of their business model.
I actually really hope they like come up with a sequel or something with just an updated combat system and really nothing else different.
So many goddamn quests.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, well.
Wow, the Cenarian Expedition. There's... Wow. Just weird remembering things.
Yes. Farming for reputation. I remember those days. I also remember having to wait for this goddamn elevator to come up to take me up to Teledor or whatever it's called. And then there was somebody... Oh, shoot. I was on a PvP server the first time I leveled through this game. There's somebody on this stupid elevator that kept knocking me off with a spell.
Yeah.
What an asshole. Like, he killed the guards at the top, and then anytime I'd make it to the top, he'd just huck me off.
Man after my own heart. So here was my experience playing WoW. I made my first ever Night Elf, and I was slowly walking, doing that long path you had to take to get to the human territory to play with your friends if you were a Night Elf.
I remember doing that.
And then I got ganked by a stealth undead rogue, and then I made a rogue.
Yep.
And that's how it all started.
I did that too. I was playing a mage, and then I respect druid, and that was the end of it. It was a little easier to find, but anybody with a flying mount couldn't touch me, because they can't see you.
Yeah.
Way back, I mean, obviously before I could play MMOs, I'd seen World of Warcraft.
Holy-
I'm like, yeah, I'd be a
God.
Night Elf Druid. So that's why when we get to high enough level, I'm going to switch back to her.
How many quests are on top of this mushroom?
Yeah, I had forgotten how much.
Weird.
Oh, you're going up there?
Yeah.
Alright.
We should probably actually team up for this one and do things together as opposed to what we were doing earlier. There are less collection quests, so it shouldn't be a problem. Do we want to do... Let's go for Spore Wing first. I'll go find him.
I wonder why people are so fascinated with the concept of massive mushrooms. I mean, they're definitely monolithic structures, and you can have them glow because there's bioluminescence, and I mean, because you have whole planets, and
I think you pretty much summarized it, really. They're alien-looking and they glow. Pretty good reason to be obsessed with something out of all the things that show up in nature.
I don't remember what Spore Wing looks like.
Yummy.
Oh, he's up here? No, that's just another Marshfang Ripper. God damn it, where's Spore Wing?
Did you guys already kill the Naga? The evil
No,
one?
we haven't done any of that. Come to me, though.
All we've done is grab all the quests around here so far.
We're trying to find Spore Wing.
Alright.
Well, Wander's trying to find Spore Wing. I haven't left the town yet.
Oh, well, grab your quest, then come help me find Spore Wing, because I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm grabbing all the quests around here.
located at all costs.
I just figured it'll be easy if we try and at least stick together on this.
And then you ran off on your own immediately.
Well, no, I'm trying to find him, so that when
I've
you guys...
consigned myself to the fact that I'm always going to be behind you guys.
Well,
Let's
to be
see.
fair, Chelle, you've only been through this once. This is my, 7th time through Zangarmarsh.
Spore Wing. There we go.
Technically, I've been through Zangarmarsh twice.
found
There he is. Hey, look,
Chelle,
he's
you coming?
highlighted by the quest thing immediately.
Yes, I just finally got all the quests up here. Or, no, wait, why are there more?
I can't dance on a mount.
You know what you can do?
My quest log
I
is
can
full.
stealth dance.
How's that
Exactly.
possible?
Yeah. He'll never
Boy.
know that we're mocking him from afar. And
Guys.
you're kind of tapping your foot like a
How can my
douchebag.
quest log be full?
Go get rid of some of the stuff that is from earlier zones. Go to,
Yeah,
view
your
all
quest log
quests.
caps out at 25.
Yes. I got
Okay.
20.
So
I'm
I
have a
should
s-
be... Wait, I should be getting rid of, Blackrock Depths and the Blasted Lands,
Yeah,
right?
like I have a slave pens quest I'm abandoning right now.
Well, no, we're going to slave pens at some point along the way here.
Oh, well. You want to share that one with me?
Sure. I mean, it's really just 1,000 free experience to go to slave
Yeah,
pens.
I thought it was a previous area. Whoops.
No, slave pens is a dungeon.
I can definitely see why your thing would get filled out, because it looks like there's a lot of goddamn Zangarmarsh locations. I mean, there's a lot of... We just picked up,
Well,
12 plus Zangarmarsh quests.
to be fair, this area was designed
Right.
with the expectation we have lost Spore Wing.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll get rid of that PvP Hellfire quest.
So
Yeah.
are we going back to Hellfire Peninsula?
Come to us,
Probably
but
not.
no.
Yeah, let's just abandon all the
Never.
Hellfire quests.
Yeah, once we've moved to a new area, unless... maybe when we're in the North Rend and beyond, we'll do a little bit of back and forth, but probably not. But generally,
If I
once
ever find myself going to these previous locations, it'll be because I'm no longer working my day job and have so much free time that I'm achievement hunting in this game again, and I hope I never see that darkness again.
yeah.
Okay, now
That
I
was me
finally have all
once.
the quests.
That like that one time I leveled up to catch up with you finally in your heirloom items. I did all of the entire marsh area. I did every quest there. Got the achievement for it that night.
Oh, you were trying to catch up to me with my heirloom item, level, not my...
Okay,
Yeah,
so where are you guys at?
you were leveling
So
faster
high.
than me because of your
Shell,
items, so I
just
was trying to level that up.
Just come to us.
We're the dots on the map.
We are not moving.
Well, you guys are far enough away that
Whoa.
I actually have to fly to you.
Keith, did the grass used to move when you, touch it?
I don't know. I may have even had it disabled for all I know, so I don't know.
I've noticed that hair has started to flop
I know that
around.
I know visuals have been changed in the years.
Because as I'm jumping here, the grass just kind of, shimmies away from me weirdly.
Yeah, I'm seeing it move around while I'm running around. I wonder if what'd be cool is if people could notice stealth people that way somehow.
Okay, so we're looking for Spore Wing, who is
Yeah, the grass does part when you're going through
just
it.
kind of fucked off.
We totally let him wander off, didn't we?
Yeah, we were just like, he doesn't go far, right?
We're good at questing.
Dude is gone.
Wow.
The hell?
Oh wow. These
Really?
I remember these weird mana ray monsters. I remember having one of them as a mount.
Yeah, Chelle,
Yeah,
you want to
you
just
can.
fly around for a little bit? We're looking for a
Oh,
dude
here's
called...
Sporewing.
You found him?
He spawned right on top of us at the quest location again.
Wait, this guy. Yeah.
I wonder if he just, like, leashes back and it's just like, alright, I've gone too far.
we
Abort!
attack him?
Abort! Yeah, kill him.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Oh
area.
wow. That was not something to worry about.
Yeah, it's mostly just a matter of, I am not the right spec, am I? Son of a...
Okay, I got him.
Hold on.
Got him hard.
I'm sure you do, but it is kitty cat time, not bear.
Ooh, Fen Striders.
I don't
are
know why
creepy.
chat's saying senpai.
They actually look like War of the Worlds
Yeah.
mechs.
Alright,
Oh,
let's...
that I guarantee you that's the inspiration of that thing. The
Let's,
Fen Strider.
Yeah, I mean, original book one, but whenever I think of War of the Worlds, I think of like the 1950s film with the upside down umbrella monsters that are like,
Yeah, I mean, it even looks like the World of Worlds that Tom Cruise was in. Like that
Well,
monster looks like
right.
that.
You know, I forgot that was Tom Cruise that was in that movie.
Tom Cruise has been in a lot of sci-fi movies lately.
It's actually impressive how prolific of a sci-fi actor he is. That, like, honestly, I don't think of him as a sci-fi actor.
Even though
Well-
he's in like 20 of them.
Well,
He's a-
he really didn't start. A lot of his stuff early on was okay. There was Legend. He was like
He was in
young
Minority Report,
knight.
which for a while was like the sci-fi action movie.
Yep. See,
I mean,
I
he
think
was in Top Gun.
I think the problem is
Rain
most
Man.
people think of him as more of a action actor than a sci-fi actor. Because I don't think
A
I've
lot of
ever
his
seen him in,
early
like,
films-
a space opera.
A lot of his early films, he wasn't even that. He was
Porgy.
just teenage boy. Like, think of Risky Business and when he was that football kid.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
forget
actually
what other
totally
movies.
forgot that he was a,
Blam 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 blam.
I totally forgot that he was a teen actor as well.
Right, and all his teen actor movies had him, you know, present day kid doing something bizarre, whether it be starting his own prostitution circle, like out of his parents' house while they're on vacation.
I
Jesus Christ.
forgot that was a movie.
It's the classic scene where he's like in his underwear singing and like sliding around on the hardwood floors. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah," and I just go, Actually, having watched that movie, I'm just like, "No, the '80s."
Like, is that scene more messed up in context or something?
No,
It's just
no,
more
not
like a
really.
movie
Just-
that's...
There's just so much like, you know how in '80s films, women just flash their boobs all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with some of that with Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid. What? They actually
Quiet?
show like full-on nudity?
Not full on nudity, but just in Metal Gear Solid 5, Quiet is just this character who is this special fan fiction character perfectly designed to be naked all the time for lore reasons.
Because she photosynthesizes, just like that
Yeah,
old
she-
band from
she-
the third
she
game, for whatever
Yeah, she
reason.
breathes and absorbs water through her skin. And I pointed out similarly, like there's an old man in that game that has the same thing, and he doesn't do that, and he's just wearing clothes. And people are like, no, it's because
You know what?
because Quiet's lungs were scorched, so she needs to use her skin to breathe because her real lungs don't work anymore. Or
The
something.
only reason
Well,
why
wait, and
Quiet...
do they justify her having humongous knockers by saying that she needs more skin, or what are you referring to?
Oh no,
Or-
she had those before she got infected by the virus that made her that way.
Okay, so you're saying that she has to keep her skin constantly exposed?
She's running around in pantyhose and a bra,
Oh.
and she's a sniper. So she's
You know-
doing combat and stuff. And
Wait, where are you getting
There's
these
no clothes.
Fulgor spores from?
I'm killing the things nearby.
Oh. Weird. Alright.
I don't think I
haven't
picked them
gotten
up,
any
did
of
I?
them yet.
You've
Wait, did I
got
pick something up?
you've got 2 Fulgor spores, and I'm not sure where you've gotten them from.
Was I looting something? I might have
Oh,
looted something.
They're like little glowy mushrooms, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I think
Probably.
I remember clicking on
Okay.
something now.
Let's head for the mushrooms. Let's not spend time with like the collection stuff because we might as well
Because
split up for
they're
that.
probably everywhere.
Yeah. The only way the whole quiet not wearing clothes thing would be okay is if the old man also was like buck naked for the entire game.
Yeah, according to comments, the reason is because the old man still has working lungs. Or Quiet's lungs are actually, 'cause she's set on fire in the first scene of the game, basically. So supposedly her lungs were scorched out, but even then I'm like, the thing that she got gave her healing powers, which is why she's alive in the first place. So why didn't it heal her lungs then? And I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just a little pervy Kojima character he made up and came up with 17 reasons that explain why she's a pervy character and stuff. It's
Okay.
fine.
South to Boglash.
Wait, so we just have to kill one of these bog lords to get the sample?
No,
we need?
no, it's soil on the ground.
Oh.
Like
I see.
as a
Oh,
dead or
glowing
alive player, I'm
plants.
not that bothered by it. It's just weird when someone's trying so hard to like hide their perviness behind like a bunch of like lore explanations, basically.
It would be much easier to swallow if she was like, I just like being naked. Mostly
Yeah,
naked
what if she's
anyway.
just like super like sex positive or whatever it's called?
Or not even sex positive.
Like what if she's
like
just
at
like
one
super
point,
into it?
At one point, Snake just walks into her room and she's just not wearing anything. It's like, put on some clothes. It's like, no, this is my room. I don't wear clothes in my room. Get out.
That was
Okay.
actually something like I remember that was something that they played really well for laughs actually in Metal Gear Solid 3 was that there was the Eva character who was just super into Snake throughout the entire game, and the entire time Snake is not at all picking up on any of the signals that she's sending out or even realizing what's going on.
Yep.
So we're going south?
Yes, to Boglash.
Like she's hitting on him and he starts nerding out over like the construction of a gun. Like that's a scene and like he's just completely not realizing what's happening.
Trying to remember which one was Eva in the third game.
Yeah, she's the one with the zip up like biker costume.
Her. Sorry, I was thinking about the nurse. And Snake's just bizarre food conversations with her.
What
I need
kind
to
of
play
food
every
did
Metal
you
Gear
prefer?
Solid on that channel.
Okay, seeing as it's not like an SEO thing, when we do manage to move out, we're jamming through the collection.
Just grab the
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on PS3.
Yeah.
Along with, like a ton of Final Fantasy games.
No,
and
Shell, you and I are
Myths, and a
doing the
bunch of
Final Fantasy
stuff.
games.
Ha 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 ha.
Wait. You weren't talking about us, you were talking about
Like,
him?
yes. Shell,
That tone.
you might like Metal Gear Solid, but you're probably not going to like it nearly as much as playing like JRPGs and stuff.